TikTok is possibly going to be banned in the US. How likely is this, and why does the president want to ban an app that people just dance on? In this video, we're going to look at who owns TikTok, why it might be a security risk, and if it's going to get banned. Before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel. TikTok is a video sharing social media app that has exploded in popularity. ByteDance, which is TikTok's parent company, spent $1 billion to purchase Musical.ly, which was a social media app like TikTok. Musical.ly had an established user base already that skewed towards younger audience. Looking forward to leveraging the US digital platform's younger user base, TikTok merged with Musical.ly in 2018, with existing accounts and data consolidated into one app. They kept the TikTok name, which ended Musical.ly, and made TikTok a worldwide app, excluding China, since China has a different version of TikTok called Douyin, which we will get into the differences later. So why is TikTok so bad? Well, it all comes down to the company that owns it, which is ByteDance. ByteDance is a Chinese company headquartered in Beijing. All of the app's servers and infrastructure is in Beijing, so that means all user data is flowing into Chinese servers. This might seem like no big deal, but doing business in China is a lot different than doing business in the US or other parts of the world. In China, the government owns everything, and that includes businesses that are made by its civilians. If the Chinese government wanted to, they could go in and take over any business and do what they please. You might trust companies like Apple with your data, as they have been known not to work with government to give up users' data, like we saw when they refused to unlock a phone in criminal cases. The government in China, on the other hand, can force any company to give up their user data, even if they have no criminal reason to obtain that information. So what kind of data is the app actually collecting? Well, according to Penetrum, which is a cybersecurity firm that did an audit on the US version of TikTok's code and security, from this audit, they wrote a 21-page document pointing out how TikTok is taking advantage of its users and collecting data from them. I will link to the full document below, but will highlight some interesting finds. TikTok collects your data outside its app, from GPS locations, full list of mobile contacts, messaging logs, previous installations, and much more. They also found out that 37% of known IP addresses are linked to TikTok are also linked to Alibaba.com, which is a Chinese-based company similar to Amazon. This might not seem like a big deal, but in 2019, Alibaba had a data leak, where over 900 gigabytes of data was stolen. This not only puts Chinese civilians at risk, but also citizens around the world that use TikTok. This also is proof that TikTok's data is stored on servers in China. They also go into major security risks in TikTok's code that could be used to install malware on people's phones. I won't go into the technical jargon, but you could view the document if you want to know more information on that. The report showed that TikTok has some major issues it needs to address. TikTok has made comments in the past about this, and they stand by their app and state that it is their number one priority to make this app safe experience that protects its users' privacy. However, from the report, it seems like TikTok is more of a data collection app than a social media app. In China, TikTok is called Douyin, and it is a bit different than the TikTok everyone else gets. One of the main differences is its emphasis on e-commerce and selling things through the app. You can actually buy items that you see in videos. They also have a virtual tour of local stores and restaurants around your location. Then you could get coupons on those places, and later post geotag video reviews. They also recently pushed out a video search feature in which you can actually search somebody's face in the video and see more videos on them in it. You can also search for clothing items they are wearing, and the results of that item will come up in the app directly. This is a crazy feature to see in action, and kind of scary at the same time, as it's coming to light that TikTok is collecting all this data and soon might have some of these features present in the US app. The Trump administration has been pushing to ban TikTok and other Chinese-owned technology companies, such as WeChat, from the US because of security concerns. ByteDance argued that it has provided the government with documentation explaining TikTok's security practices to prove it's a private company that doesn't share data with the Chinese government. ByteDance is actually suing the US government, saying that it is misuse of International Emergency Powers Act, which gives the president power to regulate international commerce after declaring a national emergency in response to any unusual and extraordinary threat to the United States. ByteDance also states that it is taking measures to protect the privacy and security of TikTok's US user data, including having TikTok store US data outside of China and by having software barriers that help ensure that TikTok stores its US user data separately from the user data of other ByteDance products. Now, if you were to believe the Penetrum and others saying that US data is being routed through China, it might mean that ByteDance isn't being totally honest. TikTok also has been discussing the sale of its US, Canada, Australian, and New Zealand operations to a US tech company, such as Microsoft. This might be a win-win for both ByteDance and the US. If the US operations are sold to a US company, then the majority of the security concerns are mitigated, as no data should be passing through servers hosted in China. It does seem like TikTok's security concerns are legitimate, as they are collecting mass amounts of data from their users. This might be the first time we see the US government ban an app because it's security risks to have to the nation. I'm not sure if TikTok will actually be banned though. I could see it being sold to a US company if the pressure from the US continues. Do you think TikTok will be banned or sold? I would love to hear what you have to say. And with that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos.